Welcome back to Heart Magic Monday with Empress Lysa. Today I want to talk about twin soul flames and everything that is that romantic spiritual conversation, because how many of us have actually walked past good men because we've been looking for our twin soul flame? You are going to hear some honest, down-to-earth, practical Empress guidance on searching for this beautiful experience of true love, finding a sacred mirror, and creating a relationship where all of you has support and permission to come forward. One of the big concerns that I have about this idea of a soul flame, twin flame, is that we can be looking for such inherent perfection in an individual upon first encounter that we actually walk past so many valid and wonderful opportunities to cultivate and co-create a relationship that is truly nourishing and healing. Many people that I have met fundamentally believe that relationships are a place where we're meant to be happy. I personally believe that relationships are a place where we're meant to heal. And in order to heal, we need to be able to be aligning, combining, joining with somebody who is open to facing themselves in their own shadow, as well as facing us in our shadow. The powerful love that we have for another is actually offering us a sacred safety net where we can allow the parts of ourselves that we have yet to receive to be revealed and to be loved and respected first by our companion and then by us, or the other way around, as we allow ourselves to receive and hold these sacred aspects of ourselves and then allow them to be witnessed and be held by our companion. What I have found is that we do meet people that have a really intense level of attraction, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, or all of the above. What I think happens is that when we set this idea of a twin flame or a soul flame out there, we're actually waiting for a relationship that's ready-made and complete, and that is never actually the reality. We're always going to meet somebody who's not yet transformed into exactly who they could become, and that it's only through your influence, love, attention in the relationship that we actually can go through this sacred becoming process. So I absolutely advocate holding out for somebody that you feel a beautiful sense of attraction towards in every way. However, I do want to advise not holding out for this idealistic, perfect, completely devoid of any conflict or argument style of a relationship, because I believe it's a complete facade. I have a beautiful connection with my husband. I love and adore him. However, when I first married him, there were things that he really wanted to improve within himself, and likewise me. That who we were when we first got married 10.5 years ago is completely different from who we have become. And it's through that sacred influence that he has been in my life that I've adopted some of his characteristics, that I've become more like him. And of course, he has actually become more like me in this process as well. So I believe what we're really seeking for in a romantic relationship is someone who can be a sacred mirror, someone who reflects aspects of yourself, so similar interests or similar dispositions, and we want contrasting aspects. So we find the most attraction is there when there's similar interests and reflections, and then opposite interests and reflections. And what's so beautiful about this is that we want same, we want that relatability, we want to be able to understand each other, but we need contrast so that we can learn and grow together. What I find is that when relationships start to deteriorate, it's because we're not investing our truth, we're not being honest with our feelings, we're not really allowing ourselves to truly confide in our partner. And what I believe is that all of us are capable of having a truly, deeply rich, loving relationship. But if we categorize that as a soul flame or a twin flame, we can actually take away from the reality that it's our responsibility to work on our relationships and cultivate them. It's this romantic idea that there's just someone out there that's just such an ideal match that they're actually going to make life easier for me, that they're going to love me completely, devotedly, and not see any of my faults or flaws, which would be impossible. And so for me, the idea of twin flame or soul flame really sets unrealistic expectations at the outset of a relationship. relationship. So I personally don't believe in it. And if you do believe in it, I honor and support you absolutely completely. But what I really want to encourage and advocate is having firm foundations in your relationship that still to this day, after 10.5 years, 1 to 3 hours of every day of my life I spend in sacred commune with my husband, conversing, sharing our thoughts and our feelings and our perspectives so that we're always on the same page, we're understanding one another, we're supporting one another. One of the most beautiful things that my husband has done for me is being able to hold me in love as I reconnect with sacred aspects of myself that I had forgotten. And shadow work is something I deeply believe in, and our shadow is only ever our light repressed, and the parts of ourselves that we find difficult to love are often very, very easy for our partners to love. And what I really, really appreciate is that in my relationship, when my husband can receive and acknowledge and accept a sacred aspect of me, it will allow me to reunify and integrate that sacred aspect back within myself. I believe that healing is the function of all of our relationships, and that we are all responsible to heal our own hearts and heal our own lives. And in a loving, supportive, nourishing relationship, we can do this together easier, and aspects of it are harder, but it makes it far more rewarding. So I deeply advocate really making promises with our companions so that we can trust them, ask for what we need, and do our very best to meet the needs of our partners in a way that honors us. So that's Empress Lysa's take on soul flames and twin flames. As always, I hope that you can simply reflect on these ideas to see if they resonate and align with you or not. And if they don't resonate with you, just toss them over your shoulder. However, as always, I want to offer my perspective as a point of rebound for you, so you can either agree on some points and not others. But I really love the opportunity to hear someone else's perspective so I can gauge within myself whether that more closely aligns with what I feel or not. And that's our sacred privilege, and I pray that this conversation can really allow you to more clearly clarify in your heart whether you do believe in a twin flame or not, and if you do or you don't, how you can really cultivate a truly loving, rich, and beautiful relationship in your life, because I believe we all deserve that, and it's one of the richest parts of my life. I'm so very grateful that I dated about 50 different men, and that I really allowed myself to wait until I found someone that was a wonderful, wonderful half-wit to my full wit. I always felt like I was a bit of a half-wit until he came along, and it's a beautiful process to be able to find someone who has the counterbalancing genius to your genius. So I would love to hear your perspective on this. Do you believe in twin flame or soul flames? Do you believe that relationships are places that we need to cultivate good communication and truly invest vulnerably and intimately? I am really looking forward to hearing your thoughts. If you did enjoy or like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. I would so love to know if this was valuable for you, if it was insightful for you. If you are the sort of person that wants to deepen into your truth and rise in purpose, this is what my channel is dedicated to, and I wanted to speak about relationships this year because I haven't very much. Somebody reached out to me and said, Lysa Black, do you believe in soul flames or twin flames? So I wanted to do this video, share my position, hear your perspectives, and if you would like to have more conversations about how we can deepen into our truth and rise on purpose, please subscribe to my channel. I will see you next Monday for Heart Magic Monday. This is Empress Lysa, beaming big, big love into your world for you.